This might be the thinnest iPhone ever made, and possibly Apple's boldest gamble in years. The rumored iPhone 17 Air is shaping up to be a totally different device from what we've seen recently. And depending on how it lands, it could be a massive hit or a total flop. Either way, the 17 Air is at the center of a lot of buzz right now, so let's break down what we know so far. The design, display, cameras, chip, and the one thing that has everyone nervous: battery life. So why is Apple working on the iPhone 17 Air? The 17 Air is apparently expected to replace the iPhone 16 Plus, which hasn't exactly been a hot seller. And it's not hard to see why. The Plus model gives you a big screen for a lower price, but for most people who want that experience, they just go straight for the Pro Max. So instead of releasing another Plus model that might underperform, Apple looks to be trying a different approach. The iPhone 17 Air is being positioned as something totally unique, the thinnest iPhone ever, with a lighter, sleeker design aimed at turning heads and getting people excited about phone hardware again. Based on the leaked dummy units we've seen all over the internet at this point, the iPhone 17 Air could be as thin as 5.5 millimeters. That's nearly 30% thinner than the iPhone 16 Plus, which comes in at 7.8 millimeters. For comparison, the Galaxy S25 Edge is reportedly 5.84 millimeters. So, if these leaks are accurate, the iPhone 17 Air might not just be Apple's thinnest phone, it could be the thinnest mainstream phone on the market, period. I've also seen some interesting rumors about the display. The iPhone 17 Air is believed to feature a 6.6-inch OLED panel that's slightly smaller than the 6.7 inches on the 16 Plus, but still very much in the big screen category. Even better, Apple is reportedly bringing over LTPO technology, allowing for a 120Hz refresh rate and always-on display features. That would be a huge upgrade, especially for a non-Pro iPhone. Now, let's talk cameras. This is where things get a little dicey. The iPhone 17 Air is tipped to have a single 48-megapixel wide camera on the back. That's it. No ultra-wide, no telephoto. While Apple will probably use pixel binning or digital cropping to simulate 2x zoom, it's still a step back in terms of flexibility, and honestly makes it more comparable capability-wise to the iPhone 16e. The front camera, though, that's getting a bump to 24 megapixels, which should mean better, more detailed selfies. Since I just mentioned the iPhone 16e, make sure you've checked out all of the iPhone 16e videos on this channel. We've actually shown off a bunch of photo comparisons and other underrated features. And if this is your first time on this channel, thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button if you like videos about Apple devices and other tech. Back to the iPhone 17 Air. Under the hood, we're looking at the new A19 chip, the same one expected on the standard iPhone 17, not the A19 Pro that'll ship in the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. Built on the 3nm process, the A19 might not be a huge leap in terms of raw performance, but rumor has it Apple's adding a vapor chamber heatsink for better sustained speeds. Gamers and power users, take note. One of the biggest concerns with the iPhone 17 Air is battery life. Can something this thin really last all day? Bloomberg's Mark Gurman says Apple's aiming for battery life on par with current iPhones, which is a wide range. If you've been here before, you probably heard about our battery life tests. And you know that the battery life of a standard iPhone is vastly different from that of a Pro Max version. I'm talking several hours difference in some cases. But all that said, if the 17 Air can hit, let's say, 12.5 hours or more like the standard iPhone 16, that would be impressive and also shut down a lot of concerns people have about whether this new era of super thin phones can actually last long enough to be practical. As for the iPhone 17 Air's price and how much all the features I've talked about in this video will cost, there's obviously no official word from Apple yet, but $899 seems likely, the same as the current starting price of the iPhone 16 Plus. But I wouldn't be shocked if the price climbs to $999 though, with rumors of Apple possibly raising prices across the board due to tariffs. That said, with carrier incentives and trade-ins, the real-world difference between models might not be as big as it seems, but we'll just have to wait and see. From my standpoint, if Apple can deliver on battery and performance without sacrificing too much in the name of thinness, the iPhone 17 Air could be a hit. Think MacBook Air, but for your pocket. But if too much is stripped out, it risks becoming a forgettable middle child. So what's your take on these iPhone 17 Air rumors? Drop us a comment, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any major Apple news coming up soon, and check out Tom's Guide on social for more awesome content. For Tom's Guide, this is Mark Spoonhour.